How's it going? It's Chris Ford with CJ92. Happy Friday. We're going into the Super Bowl weekend. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. Speaking of Super Bowl, we're going to be talking about that in just a sec. Start things off about the Flames. 5-2 over the Leafs last night. It's always fun to beat the Leafs in Calgary. It's actually really disappointing when we lose the Leafs here because I got so many Leaf fans here. And it's just like, oh, and you see their smug face when they walk out. But not last night. The Flames won. It was awesome. Tomorrow night, taking on the Islanders, that's going to be a good match. Those are my two favorite teams. And of course, the Islanders are playing Edmonton tonight in a rivalry of a couple of Stanley Cups from the early 80s. How's it going, Chelsea? Hope you're having a good day. Okay, Canada, our soccer team's ranked 33rd now overall by FIFA. That is awesome. Like a few years ago, we were like 122nd, but they keep winning and not losing. And the next time they go back into World Cup qualifying, maybe even as early as the next game, they could qualify for Qatar. So that's awesome as well. Hey, Randy. Hey, Andre. Hey, Monica. Hey, Keith. Hope you guys are all doing good. All right. Super Bowl Sunday. Let's get this on. We're going to be at the Canadian Brewhouse on Sunday, the Harvest Hills location, so please join us. They got wicked TVs there, awesome staff. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, we're going to be watching a lot of sports and a halftime show. That's going to be jam-packed with Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige. Dr. Dre apparently is getting it all together. And Dr. Dre said there could be some surprises this week at the Super Bowl as well. So we were asking today, hey, Ford, what surprises do you expect at the Super Bowl halftime show? Alyssa said, there we go. Alyssa said Janet Jackson shows up and flips everyone the bird. And she should. Remember Justin Timberlake, that little puke? Oh, he annoyed me so much back then. He was kind of like that tweety little twerp that just kind of hid behind everything after he ripped off her wardrobe malfunction. And poor Janet had to take all the heat. Yet, in my eyes, I was in my early 20s then. It was the greatest halftime show I ever saw. So, anyways, that was good, Alyssa. What else? What other surprises could we expect? Tupac comes up a lot. Mark said, holographic Tupac does California Love with Dr. Dre like they did in Vegas with Michael Jackson. I could see that. Or maybe the real Tupac will show up. Isn't he like hiding in Haiti right now? Is that... let's see. Jesse said, hey, Ford, Dre and Eminem make out. Okay, why not? Haley said, I predict them throwing a football game before and after the concert. Pretty much. There's a lot of people who are going to be watching the Super Bowl just for the halftime show within itself. Michael said, hey, Ford, Martha Stewart and Snoop make baked brownies during the halftime show. Yeah, they could do that. I like this one. Tina actually kind of gets a win for this. Hey, Ford, I vote someone will be offended through the halftime show, probably. Hey, yes, Monica, Convoy Tribute, you bet. Michelle, hey, how's it going? Hey, Keith. Hey, Heather. Hey, Colleen. What else is going on? NFL awards were last night. Most valuable player. I don't get this. It's Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know in the NFL, I don't think they do this anything to do with the playoffs. Unlikely so, because he would not be the MVP. He's not even in the playoffs anymore, not going to the Super Bowl. I think it should have been Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, who had a torn ACL and MCL last year in Week 10, comes back. He is a comeback player of the year, but he's taking his team to the Super Bowl as well. And the Bengals would not be going to the Super Bowl without Joe Burrow, but there you go. Offensive Player of the Year was Cooper Kupp. He was also the Fantasy Football Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was T.J. Watt. And Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jamar Chase. So that's what's happening there. What else we got going on? Oh, I got some music news for you. Aerosmith are coming out with an album on the 8th, and it is called, where is it here? It's not a new album. This is for like anyone who's got collectors. It's called Aerosmith 1971. The Road Starts Here, and it's gonna have a bunch of like unheard songs that they were doing just before they made it big in like 1973, 74, that era. 1992 on this day, Vince Neil was kicked out of Motley Crue because he declared to the band he was more into auto racing. That career didn't do too well for him. But I'm also hearing rumblings now that Motley Crue are coming out with a new album for their big mega tour next year. That'd be interesting. Hey, James. Hey, Doug. Hope you guys are doing good. What else we got going on? Oh, Rush are coming out with the 20th or 40th anniversary of their album Moving Pictures. It was released in 1981, but the 40th anniversary box set is coming out this year, so it's kind of like 41 years later. But look out for that in March. That's going to be awesome. It's going to have like live shows on there and a bunch of other stuff that we haven't heard from Rush also. So that's kind of what's going on in the world of CJ92. Stephen Ave is going to be fun. They got like the Glow Light Show happening this weekend. I was down there on Wednesday, had the day off, and checked out Stephen Avenue Mall with my buddy Mike, and we had a lot of fun. And they're setting up these things for this Glow Light festival that's happening. So something to maybe think about taking the family to this weekend and next. Other than that, have yourself a great weekend. We got Mad Mortori Metallica coming up here in a few minutes. And peace out. I'm Chris Ford, CJ92 Rocks. I got to get a haircut.